All right, exceeds expectations. Exceeds my expectations. Episode 2, and I've decided to pick a game that I've always felt just deserves to get a little bit of exposure. Is the game called Freedom Fighters for the Xbox. It also came out for the PlayStation 2, and the reason why I just was drawn into this game was because of the story, and I feel like I've always really been interested in games as far as their story, and regardless of how it looks, or maybe it's got some like minor flaws, I can look past that because of the idea of what the story is about. Just is what really interests me. And so this game, if you've never heard of it before, it's got a similar storyline to the movie Red Dawn, a movie that was made in the 80s with Patrick Swayze and Charlie Sheen. And the idea is that the Russians are trying to invade the United States, and basically they do take over most of the United States, and a few people left over are trying to fight back. And it takes place in New York City, and for the time it had some really neat ideas. It's a third-person shooter, kind of a unique idea because it incorporated like squad mates, and you could order your squad mates, the players, that the AI that were involved, and those guys could die. And it just was a really cool game, cool idea. And I don't know, I didn't really expect much out of it, and then when I got really deep into the game, it just was a cool experience. And it got to be a little repetitive, and it had some minor flaws to it, but it definitely exceeded my expectations. And I think that it really could have been turned into a decent series. And I think it really could still be. And I think that I do read every so often people that do support this game. Maybe not quite as supportive as like some other franchises that people feel deserve like a second or a third version of a game. But this definitely exceeded my expectations when it first came out. I think that the multiplayer was unique. I remember playing it with friends. When they would come over, I would go over to their house and we'd try to play this game. Now, obviously, this game was made before Xbox Live really got up and running, so it didn't really support Xbox Live, but that didn't really, who cares about that? It was fun to play. It was more like, sort of like Capture the Flag, I think is how the way it worked. But it just was a neat little game, because I mean, if you watch the movie Red Dawn, it just is a cool concept. The idea of like America's getting invaded, and it's in it's in big trouble, and it's up to a group of just random Americans that pick up guns trying to fight back. And it's just a unique experience, and it definitely deserves to be considered one of my games that has exceeded my expectations. Alright, later.